Okay, example 1. So I want you to graph the following line, right? These are all going to be lines. 2x minus 3y equals 6, right? This is a linear equation in two variables, right? Here is your, let's see, maybe in yellow, right? This is your ax plus by equals c, right? Your a is 2, your b is negative 3, and your c is 6, right? So this was the standard form that we talked about in the previous video. So standard form. Okay, so let me just go back to white. So what we want to do is, let me move this up a little bit. Okay, so we have 2x minus 3y equals 6. And actually, let me be more specific. We want to graph this equation using intercepts, right? And when we say intercepts, we're talking about, it's plural, it's the x and the y intercept. Okay, so now that we're a little more specific, how do we do this? Well, to find the x-intercept, right, we're going to let y be 0. And if we want to find the y-intercept, right, we're going to let x equal 0. And then we just, it's basically plug and chug, right? It's a bunch of evaluating. So I'm going to call, so my, well, actually it doesn't matter. Let me just go back to white. Okay, so we have 2x minus 3, but what is my y? Well, I said it was going to be 0, so I'm going to plug in 0. And 3 times 0, right? We love 0 because anything times 0 is 0. And we're left with 2x. You can write minus 0, but you don't need to, unless you want to. So 2 times what is 6? It's got to be 3. So what did I just find, right? I found a specific point. So my x-intercept is an ordered pair. Well, I chose y to be 0, right? That was my input, and my output was 3. If I would have picked 3 to be my input, my output would still be 0. We're used to inputting x to generate y, but it's the same thing. So this is a point, again, point on x-axis. Why the x-axis? Because it's the x-intercept. So similarly, again, 2x minus, well, I wrote the equation again, 3y equals 6. So then x is 0, right? You're letting x be 0, so that's just 2 times 0. And we love 0 because 2 times 0 is 0, and I'm just left with this. So negative 3 times what is negative 6? Well, if you're not sure, right, you can divide both sides by negative 3, right? That's positive. This is a big 1. So we get y equals negative 2. Let me just move this up. So I just found the y-intercept. That's a C-cept. Okay, so that's a point. So I input, what was my input? It was 0, right, from above. And my output was negative 2. So again, input, output. And again, the same thing here, input and then output. So we found 2 points, right? Well, specifically x-intercept and y-intercept. Well, we can just plot those points and then we're ready to graph our line. And all you need to graph a line is 2 points, right? And let me just make this a little bit smaller, right? So just to kind of see the big picture here, right? So all we did was let y be 0 and x be 0, right? Do the algebra, and then we're done. So let me move this to the side, and let's graph this guy. Let me just pinch that a little bit more. Okay, so I have, there's my y-axis, there's my x-axis. Okay, 3 comma 0. So 3 comma 0, 1, 2, 3. Okay, let me just write some of these guys. And in class, well, you might need graph paper, or if not, I'll provide some, but I'll let you know later, because it will make a difference, especially when we go on to the next section. So 3 comma 0, well, there's 3, so I'm moving, let me get pink, right? So there's 3, and then I have 0, but that means I'm going up 0 or down 0. So that means I'm not moving. So this guy, right, that's my 3 comma 0, right? It touches the x-axis, so hence the x-intercept. And then our 0, right, this guy, 0, negative 2 is 0, right? We start at the origin, and then we move down to negative 2. So this guy is 0, negative 2, right? Again, it touches the y-axis, hence y-intercept. So we have 2 points, so then we just connect the dots like we learned in kindergarten. So that's your equation of the line, right? This is 2x minus 3y equals 6. That was a good one. I had fun. I hope you guys did too. Okay, I'll see you in the next video.